Yeah, you see that?
No effing 5-star in sight. And we gotta fix that. This whole year, I have not had a 5-star read. Sort of. We're just gonna skip over that part. But I'm putting my effing foot down. I'm tired of this. Someone is sabotaging me. And it's probably me, but hey, moving on. So we're gonna put my skills to the test and I'm gonna see if I can predict what books are gonna be 5-star reads. Let's just get started. Funny Story by Emily Henry. I haven't really talked much about this, but I am like, the banter is bantering. I forget how good she is at it. I don't know what people are on about, being like they didn't like Miles. He may be my favorite book boyfriend out of all of her books. I feel like he is so charming but so realistic. I also really like Daphne. I love that she's a librarian too, and she's a children's librarian. Literally, I've been thinking about it all day. Like, I just could not wait to pick this book back up and read it again. Okay, let's get to reading. I am officially a little bit over 50% through Funny Story. Y'all, this is so good. What did we expect though from Miss Emily? The dialogue is perfection. The characters are so good and endearing. I just love them. I need to read the rest of this. I just need to. I wish I could read this all in one sitting, but unfortunately I do have to like go to bed. I'm sobbing. God, when did that happen? I just got like a huge ass bug bite or mosquito bite. What the? Oh wait, I should not show you. My legs are so hairy. I don't know what just happened anyways. Little updates for you. Finished Funny Story by Emily Henry. No words. I loved it. I loved it. Hey, I loved it. Possibly, hey, maybe one of my favorites that she's done. I don't really know. I need to reread her books because I honestly don't remember. I just loved Miles. Loved him. Absolutely ate him up. Loved this whole plot line. Her writing was just so satisfying in this. I do think this is probably more spicier, I feel like, than her other books. I could totally be wrong, but I don't really remember there being a whole lot of spice in her other books, whereas this one I think is a little bit more spicy. Oh my god, now the fingerprints on this. Ew. There's just something about her books for me that I just love.
Hey, I'm gonna sweat in this car for you, Pookies. You're welcome. I started reading All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I have been wanting to pick this one up for a while. All of her other books for me are 5-star reads. I put it off because it's a big bitch. I've put it off and I was like, you know what, for the 5-star read, I feel like all of her other books have been 5 stars. Why wouldn't this one also be 5 stars? Also, hold on, I wonder if I can shove you right here and I don't have to actually hold this up. Hold on, is that gonna bother it? I don't know, I can't tell. I was intending to read like maybe 50 pages last night. It was late, I think it was like 10 o'clock. I was tired. I got to like 220 pages last night. I stayed up until 2 a.m. to read this book. Why? Because it's good and I wanted to read it. But I was reading on my Kindle last night. The lights are all off. It's lit. It's giving Wattpad energy. I loved it. It was so much fun. And yeah, I'm really tired today. So I'm sipping on a Alani today. All of her books are so fun to me, and this one's no exception. I find her writing them to be very repetitive, and I feel like she really likes to drag a scene out. I low-key still love it though. Like, I don't care. I don't care that she uses repetitive language and she says the same damn thing over and over. Me too, sister. Like, I relate to that, I guess. There's just something about her books to me. There's like a chemical compound that's happening in my brain of the little serotonin boost and not estrogen. What's the word I'm thinking of? Dopamine being boosted into my brain. Every time I read her books, I'm just obsessed. Basically what this book is about is our main character, Aurora, has moved back into this small town. She used to live there and then she moved off to be with her boyfriend. Her and her boyfriend call it quits and she moves back to town. She is renting. She's renting from this one guy, but this guy doesn't realize that he is renting to her because his son decides to put up this apartment up for sale and it goes behind his dad's back. And she's like, well, please don't, like, I need to stay here, please. I have no other place to go. And he's like, sure, whatever, you can stay. I can't believe I've read almost 50%. Like, I almost got 50% through this book. I'm excited to, like, for the romance to really start because it really hasn't started yet. So far, so good. I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna read this actually on my phone because I forgot my Kindle today. That's all I gotta say. Bye-bye.
Hello. I finished All Roads Lead Here by... Oh, also, I read All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Sorry about that. But yeah, I finished All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Very good. Really enjoyed it. I liked Aurora and I liked Rhodes. I'm just gonna keep talking. I felt like in this book, her writing, I felt like was very repetitive. I felt like I kept reading the same thing over and over and over. Like she would like make an emphasis of saying like, I haven't been to this small town in so long, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like another thing. I haven't been here in so long, blah, 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 blah. Then you read the next thing. I guess I haven't been here in so... It's like, girl, we get it. You haven't been here in so long. We get it. I think this book didn't need to be that long. I think this was almost 600 pages for what? But it was good and I enjoyed it nonetheless. I really enjoyed the plot. I really enjoyed the setup. I didn't wasn't obsessed with our two main characters, but like I liked them. But everything else was pretty dang good and I did enjoy it. But yeah, that's all I got. Bye. Hello. I have started reading Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the last book of the Defy the Night trilogy. I'm on page 186, so I'm a good chunk of the way through this book. I'm actually so sad. I don't think I'm really loving this, honestly. Like, I thought I was gonna give this book like 5 stars because I gave the other books 5 stars. I was like really thinking this is gonna be my end-all 5-star book, right? I don't think it is. I don't know. It's not that I'm like hating this book. I'm definitely not hating it. From the events that have happened in Defend the Dawn to now, there is a plot that is happening. So that's, hey, that's good. Stuff is actually happening, but I feel like the characters themselves are kind of annoying me a little bit. The things they do or say to each other, I've just been kind of like, girl, like, let's chill out for a second, you know what I mean? Right now, to not give you like a huge spoiler, but the romance hasn't really popped up like at all in this book. I feel like a lot of the themes that are being brought up in this book, or a lot of the internal monologue that has been happening, has been already said, and we keep discussing it. Like, I know, let's move on. I've gotten to the part though where I think it is going to get like really interesting. I think a lot of the plot lines between our two characters has really picked up. I will have to see if there's anything else I have to say. So far, it's not looking like a 5-star. her. I liked the ending. It was a little like stereotypical, I think. The action though got really good. I think the plot setup got really good. I wonder if the audiobook just wasn't as good as like me physically reading it, because I felt like when I was reading it, I was getting more into it than the audiobook. So that may be, hey, my fault. That's just kind of how I feel. That's how I feel. Let's do a quick wrap up of my thoughts about all the books. Were they truly 5 stars? Do I know myself like I should in my book taste? We'll see. I don't remember. The first book I read was Funny Story by Emily Henry. Look at my tabs. Can you ever see those tabs? I feel like I never know. I just absolutely adored the story. I think this is one of my favorite Emily Henry books she's had. More on the rom-com-y side than some of her other books. I just find the characters to be so endearing and charming and just adorable together. I loved it. I loved the plot setup. It was so interesting. And her writing is so damn good. She is just so good at her prose, but also the dialogue setup is so... Ugh. Of course I have to give this 5 stars. I had to give it 5 stars. It was literally so good. We got a 5-star read out of the hanger. I don't know. The next book I read was All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I enjoyed this one. I think I talked about how I thought it was a 4-star read. I have since lowered it slightly, but I am changing it to a 3.75, which sounds really like specific, only because I had so many complaints. I really like my feelings towards it. Like, even though I really enjoyed it, I had to like sit myself down, but like I have more complaints than I think I would have for a 4-star read, I guess, if that makes sense. But I still absolutely enjoyed the story. I ate it up. It's definitely my least favorite out of her books, but I did really like it still. And the last book was Destroy the Day by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the last book of the Defy the Night series. I think at the beginning of this, I really bitched about this book. I truly did. I think I was like not really into it, and that was because I was listening to the audiobook. And then once I started physically reading it, I was like, wow, wait, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. Why have I been bitching about this whole time? I love this right now. It gave me back the feelings I got from Defy the Night. So maybe the audiobooks just weren't my cup of tea in this. I don't know. But like once I started actually physically reading it, I was like, wow, this is a whole different experience. Because it is. And I was like, wait, this is so much better. And I actually really like this. Ended up at the end of the day giving it 4 stars. I just feel like this book wasn't completely hitting that 5-star mark for me, and I don't know how to really explain it. Honestly, I would say I did a pretty damn good job picking some 5-star reads. I mean, considering this one was 5 stars, 3.75, and 4 stars, those are all really good ratings. None of these were like awful reads for me. So I think I need to start reading books that are probably books that I think are gonna actually be 5 stars, and then read those books that I think I'm actually gonna really like, and then I just should just trust my gut. Believe in yourself. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all